Hello everyone, xxalanchangxx here, off stream, which is a rare site. I just wanted to update you guys on something that I think is pretty important, which is in regards to the latest Genshin drama and Star Rail, but we'll get into that, and kind of what's been happening on the Genshin community, especially on the Chinese side, and just a lot of drama that's been going on. So I want to talk about this very quickly. I'm not a drama channel, but I think it's important to talk about something like this if you want change, and that's obviously something that I want. I've been vocal about it on Twitch, and I feel I might as well upload a video either on main or second channel. I don't know. It'll depend on like my upload schedule and stuff, but yeah. The main reason why I was hesitant about this is because I feel like I'm late to the party. Everyone's talked about this, but there's something that just happened today that makes me want to talk about it right now, especially. So I think it's a good time. So I will recap you on it and then give you my take. Also, this doesn't really matter for this video, but I recorded this whole thing, talked for like 30 minutes with my mic muted without knowing, so I have to re-record everything. With that in mind, what happened? Well, I'll let you guys hear for yourselves. During the 4.4 live stream, they were talking and they said, "Hey guys, thank you for your support and company over the past year. We're going to use the in-game mail to give you all 3 intertwined fates." 3. This is 3 single pulls. 3. Now, yes, the patch itself gives you another 10, and there's like some other stuff, but a 3 intertwined fate reward as a thank you gift during the Lantern Rite, which is the Lunar New Year, right? Basically the anniversary or like the start of a new year for the lunar calendar, right? So like the CN side and stuff. It's a new year. Here are the rewards for supporting us, having an amazing year Genshin had. 3 pulls, single pulls. Not if it was 3 10 pulls, okay, but 3 single pulls. So obviously people have been upset about this. I'll get into what exactly happened, but another thing that happened today was I was kind of waiting to see what would Star Rail do for their version 2.0, and Star Rail didn't have like an anniversary or anything. Their anniversary I think is next patch, so excited to see that. And what Star Rail had was, as always, they do a 10 pull every patch, a free 10 pull every patch, which I think Genshin should have too, but we'll get into that. So the standard one, okay, cool, 10 pull. And then they said, and I'll rewind it so that you can hear what they said, but here you go, another free temple to explore this new area. So they said this here, yeah, with the new content approaching, we wish to share joy with all the trailblazers. So here's 20 pulls. Happy anniversary. 3 pulls. Well, technically 13, but you know, basically here it's, we wish to share joy. Here's another 10 on top of the normal 10. And then here it's, thank you, happy Lunar New Year, happy Lantern Rite. Here's 3.
Oh, hello, Hydro Vertical Zox from the future here. Interesting point I wanted to add is that in the past years, we've also gotten only 3 intertwined fates. First of all, here's what they said last year.
同时，为了感谢旅行者们在过去1年里的支持，我们还将通过游戏内邮件的方式为旅行者们再次奉上3枚纠缠之源。
So the same things. There's a few things I wanted to point out. 1, surely after 3 years, we start getting more than just 3 pulls. And 2, we've seen what they do with Star Rail, where they're actually very generous, free 5-star quality of life stuff, new everything. So treating their Star Rail player base well, shout out to them for that. Like, you know, good job. But I feel like Genshin should be getting more. So I just wanted to add from underwater on my mobile phone that, yeah, we've just gotten like these 3 pulls the past few years, but now I feel like, hey, maybe more, maybe, okay, maybe not, maybe, hopefully, okay, that's all.
So that is obviously concerning and not okay, but we'll get into that. Before we actually do, I want to say that this has been a sort of buildup of a lot of things. I'd say one of the main things recently is the treatment of the Star Rail game, the Star Rail community, the player base versus Genshin, right? So Star Rail, if you don't know, has been getting rewarded very nicely. They got a free 5-star last patch, Dr. Ratio, who's genuinely good, but yeah, just a 5-star, a limited banner 5-star for free. Boom. Dr. Ratio, everyone gets him. I'm in your account now. Great character. I enjoy playing him. Whereas Genshin got Aloy, who's half of a character. And that's not all. Every patch, Star Rail gets a free 10 pull. Every single patch, they get a bunch of other rewards, quality of life changes, endgame content that I say we, I play both games, but Genshin's been asking for, like, oh, more Abyss floors. Well, we got more Memory Chaos floors in Star Rail. A new, basically, set of floors, a new mode, Pure Fiction, other endgame modes, other stuff, rewards. Here you go, pulls, this, that, this, that. Quality of life changes that we've been asking for. And an example of this, actually, is Genshin's been asking to redeploy expeditions for 3 years. Star Rail got it on release. You could redeploy assignments instantly with 1 click. Genshin finally got it, and thank you, like genuinely, I want to be grateful when we get something, but it's been 3 years, right? We should have gotten that 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 3 years ago, but finally we got it, thank you. But Star Rail got that at the start. Star Rail got a bunch of quality of life changes instantly, whereas we have to wait, and some of them we don't even have yet. So this is kind of why there's a buildup, right? A lot of this stuff, a lot of kind of just a buildup of, hey, this game's being treated really nicely, whereas Genshin isn't. Talk to you guys about that and how I feel, but here's how the Chinese community feels or felt. Well, they unfollowed Genshin on basically every platform. Their TikTok followers dropped, their Douyin account lost a bunch of followers, just a bunch of followers, millions of followers dropping and still dropping. They're getting review bombed as well. If I could show you guys, where's the review bomb one? Here it is. I closed the tab by accident. Yeah, review bombed. You can see a ton of 1-star reviews, which, you know, their rating goes down significantly. So people are showing, hey, we're not happy. We don't want to just be treated like shit, especially on the Chinese side. And honestly, like, that's a way to get change, right? Actually complaining when something doesn't make you happy. So this has happened. They've lost a ton of followers, millions, and so they have to respond. I don't think they did at the time I'm recording this. If they do, I'll update a pinned comment, but for now, it's just a shit show. Honestly, it's a mess. And that is kind of what I need to say to update you guys. The last thing I want to add is that also apparently companies that have just collabed with Genshin in the past, like KFC and others, have also been getting a lot of hate, backlash, losing followers, stuff like that, just for collabing with Genshin, which I think as kind of collateral fire, but yeah. And all of this coming from a lot of things. It's not just one thing. People say it's just one thing, but it is a buildup. However, the main thing, the drop in the ocean that made the ocean spill, the camels that broke the camel's back, the weight that broke. I'm not good at expressions. I don't quote me on expressions, but the sort of last drop that made the cup spill, that works, is this. The 3 intertwined fates as a thank you for the Lantern Rite, the Lunar New Year. Hey, thank you guys. Happy year, New Year. Woo! 3 fates, 3 pulls, single pulls. And so here is my personal take on all of this. Well, obviously, what is this? What are 3 pulls as a thank you? Obviously, that's nothing, especially when Star Rail gets 10 just because, hey, new area, boom, 10. Hey, new patch, 10. Or new area, I guess 20, like 10 plus 10. Here it's 10 plus 3, technically, but you get my point. And I've always thought the following. First of all, I think it's not just okay to complain, but encouraged if you feel like you aren't getting treated fairly, or don't feel love from a game that you love and are showing love to. For example, if you always like, I love Genshin, play it, support it, all that, and then they turn around and they're like, oh, well, we don't care about you. Or you're there, cool, like here's a crumb, here's a pull, here's 3 pulls. Oh, occasional 10 pull, but you don't actually feel like they care about you, they're treating another game way better, all of that stuff, then I think it's fair to complain about it. Personally, I've been very outspoken on my Twitch especially, but try to make videos from time to time as well. This is why I'm doing this. But I've always asked and encouraged people asking for things like, hey, Raiden's Burst should still work with Beidou as the Electro Archon because the wording is inconsistent, and then they change the wording instead. Oh, well, Dea shouldn't be released like that. Oh, we need more Abyss Force, co-op content. Let me do things with my friends. All these quality of life changes. We should have gotten Expedition. They added the redeploy expeditions, but we should have got that a while ago. Artifact presets. Instead, we're getting these garbage artifact loadouts. I saw it. I was like, oh, that looks cool. And then I realized, oh, this is just like a fast equip. Hopefully, like they could still be like, oh, well, we're going to fix it. We hear your complaints. And that's why I asked people to complain about it. Maybe they'll see it, respond, but I'm giving the benefit of the doubt here. I shouldn't. There's no reason for me to. I'm just saying there's a lot of things that we should still be complaining about, that I have been complaining about, and that I encourage people to, right? We should be rewarded better. We should, especially as a gacha game where you are sort of incentivized to, hey, pull for this character or you're going to miss them. You can spend money, or you can farm the game, right? Yeah, I think we should be treated not just like fairly, but also like we are loved, right? If we love a game, we should feel the love back. You pour that, you send the positive, you're like, oh my God, I love this game, support it, billion-dollar company now, game does really well, basically changing all gacha games because of how popular it is. Well, the community should also feel, hey, we're so grateful for you guys, and they should genuinely believe it. We should feel like we're loved, appreciated. And I don't really get that feeling. Now, obviously, I want to say something before I move on and give you guys my stance, like my personal opinion. I want to say that I know a lot of people just want to play the game, not really care too much about this stuff, and whatever. And that's fine. If that's how you feel, that's fine. On the other hand, there is a lot to look forward to. There's a lot to be excited about in Genshin. If there's a character you like, personally, I saw 4.4. I see Shen Yun, who's going to be like a plunge support, Gaming, who looks really sick, Sing Cho skin, all of that. And I think it's great and it makes me happy. And it's something that I'm excited for, to go back to Liyue. But at the same time, I also am very disappointed in some of the rewards we're getting and some of the ways we're being treated. And I think it's also fair, and in my opinion, a good thing to complain about these things, ask for more, and be outspoken about it. And so I personally think that we should complain about these things. I'm actually happy that the Chinese community is at least showing that they're unhappy, doing what they can. I think that's good. I think that's great. And I encourage people to express this unhappiness until something happens. And hopefully something does. Now, I want to say at the same time that I think it's okay for people to be excited, express their excitement, be like, yeah, can't wait for this patch. I'm really hyped to see Shen Yun, Cloud Retainer, finally. That's okay. I'm excited for it. And I think it's great for people to be excited. But I also think it's okay and great for people to complain as well. I think both are fine. You shouldn't get mad at people for doing either, in my personal opinion. You can be cool and happy with things and still complain. That's kind of where I stand. I'm excited for stuff, but I still want to complain about the stuff that I'm not happy about. be outspoken about it so that we can get change. I can still be excited for what I'm excited for, but also finally get treated fairly, finally get all the stuff that I've been asking for, more pulls, more personally. I want like end game content. I want stuff to do with my friends. I want co-op. I want like Abyss. I want Raiden, Dea. Raiden's good, but the interaction with Beto annoys me. But like Dea to be better, even though she works with Nevalette. I don't want to get into meta stuff right now, but these things I think we should complain about. Even quality of life changes, artifact presets should actually work, right? Things like this. What we see happening in Star Rail, hey, can we just get that too? Like copy paste it? I get it. It's different games. The games will always attract different players, and I will never fault someone for playing one over the other. That's all fine. I just think we need to be more outspoken. I applaud the Chinese Genshin community for at least doing something. I think this is going to result in a statement or like more rewards. Hopefully, could be wrong, but I hope so. And that's, if that happens, great. And I think regardless of the outcome, we as a community as a whole should also be outspoken, should complain, should ask for things. I ask for things in the ways that I can. Just be like, hey, can we get more of this, more of this, more of this, or this? And not just, and I want to make this clear, I'm not just complaining to complain. I'm not never going to be happy, but a lot, just like the bare minimum, like things that really make us as a player base feel loved and appreciated is what I personally like to ask for. And things that we've been asking for forever, endgame, new content, like so much stuff. Still an amazing game that I love though. Don't take this the wrong way. I love Genshin. I'm excited for it. And I just want it to be better, right? To people that get mad about people complaining, I like to use the analogy of like a sports team. It's like if you're encouraging your sports team, like you're screaming at your TV because they keep missing and shit and they're doing terrible, you're not going to react and be like, oh, go play another, go look at another sports team, go pick another one, go play another game. It's, no, I want this to succeed. I like it. I love it. I want it to love me too, right? That's how I feel about this personally. I'm still excited for a lot of things, don't get me wrong, but there's definitely some stuff that I'm sad about and I think we should complain about and ask for more till we're treated fairly or feel like we're loved, right? That's my take. I think we should be treated better. And I think it is good to be outspoken about these and keep talking about the things that we want to be changed. I still mention Dea every time I can because I think that, yeah, I can use her in one or two teams, but her burst shouldn't cancel when you jump, like genuinely. Like there's a lot of things that I complain about all the time on Twitch. I want to make a video about it and hopefully you guys share the same sentiment and keep asking for more until we are treated fairly. This should be 3 10 pulls, not 3 single pulls, but yeah. At the same time, let people be happy, let people complain. I think as a community, we should be sort of united. We should all be friends, not enemies, lovers, not haters. But I think it's okay to genuinely just be positive and excited about things. But I also think it's okay and encouraged to complain and ask about things that you think you deserve and that I honestly think we do too. As a community that supports the game, we should be supported, feel that reciprocated to us. Sorry for ranting, sorry for yapping. I'm not the best, the most articulate for these things, not the most organized, but I hope I did a decent job. As I said, a lot to complain about, to be disappointed about, and hopefully it gets fixed because as a whole, I love the game and I am excited for this patch. Like, I don't want to make it seem like the patch sucks. I am personally excited for like Shan Yun, the free 4-star, Ga Ming, like these things I am genuinely excited for. And I will show this excitement going a new region, right? Like a new area in Liyue, I guess, not a full region, but that's cool. But also there's a lot that we need. And I think it's fair that the CN community is complaining about it and justified. And I honestly think it's a good thing. So yeah, that's about it. That's my stance, but you don't need to care about my stance. Who am I? I'm just talking. No script, no organization. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed. Zoxmail, let me know if you liked it. Sorry for being late. I know every creator already talked about this, but yeah, goodbye guys. Love you. Goodbye.